In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the body paragraphs of your descriptive essay and also writing with figurative language. Now, you'll need to open up your practice companion books to page 360 to take a look at the writing model. Now, after you have drafted your introductions, you should return to your main idea and details chart that you've been working through to draft your body paragraphs. Now, it is important to take a look at the writing model. So we can see in the writing model on page 360 that the author chose to organize the body paragraphs by aspects of a thunderstorm. So the thunder, the wind, the rain. So when you're thinking about this, you may want to categorize them by the different aspects of your topic. Or you can also organize your own piece by the sensory words or by the different senses. For example, sight, sounds, smells, or taste, or feelings, and things like that. So if I'm writing my first body paragraph, which is actually going to be my second paragraph, I need to understand and think about that my first body paragraph will include details about what an avalanche looks like. So I want to try to visualize it as if I'm looking up at one. So I may start out my second paragraph something like this. High atop the mountain, a shimmering billow of snow lifts up like the crest of a tidal wave and blocks the morning sun. So you can see that really helps the reader understand what I'm talking about, really helps them visualize it. You can even see that I use some figurative language there, a simile. So billow of snow lifts up like the crest of a tidal wave. So I'm comparing an avalanche to a tidal wave. So that would be a simile. So using figurative language within your body paragraphs is very important as well. Which does take us to our next part of using figurative language. So what I want you to do is take a look back at the writing model on page 360, and I want you to underline examples of similes, metaphors, and other types of figurative language that you see. And in class, we're going to be talking about what kind of figurative language does the author use to help you visualize the wind. Okay, so I want you to take a look at these different parts within the descriptive essay, and then we'll review the different parts of the figurative language in class. So I want you to pause the video and work on this now. So a couple of things to remember, and I do want you to write these two things down. Okay, the sensory details and figurative language. Alright, so things to remember as you're writing your body paragraph. Sensory details use the 5 senses to describe the world in a concrete or realistic way, or to describe your topic in a concrete or realistic way so the reader can really visualize it. Also, figurative language is more abstract and creative. Okay, so similes and metaphors make comparisons. Onomatopoeia imitate sounds. For example, crash, bang. Those are examples of onomatopoeia. Personification makes non-living things seem human. For example, the branches danced in the wind. Okay, obviously branches cannot dance, but that really helps us understand that the branches are moving, just a little bit more of a creative way. So I want you to jot down some of these notes about sensory details and figurative language, and remember that as you're writing your body paragraphs. So a couple other things that we want to talk about, just thinking about your audience. So it is very important that we need to assume that your readers have never seen the person, place, or thing you're describing. They don't know anything about your topic. If you have any unfamiliar words that may be, important to your topic, do not assume that the reader understands them, kind of things that are just unique to your topic. It is important to define those for the reader as well. Ask yourself, how can I help my audience understand and visualize what I am writing about? Okay, so I want you to jot down these 3 points here within your writing journal so you can put them in your notes section and think about that as you're moving into your body paragraphs. So to conclude the video, when you come to class today, we're going to be drafting about your 3 body paragraphs. You're going to be conferencing with me about how you will organize your piece, whether it's the 3 different aspects of your topic or 3 different senses about your topic. And then also you're going to be using sensory details and figurative language to really spice up your piece. So this concludes the video on writing the body paragraphs and using figurative language within your descriptive essay. If you have any questions about this concept, please come and see me.